DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All right, everybody, welcome into Fresh Takes with Russo and Felice. I am Paul Russo, and back from his European vacation in Seattle, it's Nick Felice.
I've returned from Dublin.
You have.
Covering my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers.
We will be talking about that trip because it's this episode kind of sandwiches a couple trips for each of us. So we'll touch on that, though, more at the end, obviously. But, NFL, college, a little bit of MLB playoffs here as well at the end. But, Nick, it's good to see you, man.
Yes, thanks for keeping the show going.
Yeah.
Without me. I hope my Y paid off. Turns out I lost. My Y pick, NFL pick.
Yeah, take that. My deal was right there, so thank you. I'm kind of surprised your Y pick for me wasn't the Titans, but that's maybe something we'll discuss there in a little bit. So before we get any further, thank a couple of our sponsors, including GoNetSpeed. The future of connection is here, and it's fiber. Made for how we live and work today, GoNetSpeed Fiber is faster and stronger than anything out there. You can check availability in your area as well as plans and pricing at GoNetSpeed.com and get ready for fast and reliable fiber internet straight to your home. And Nolan's Catering. If you're planning a special event, let Nolan's Catering help you curate your next occasion. Now booking special events at the Hotel Canandaigua, Tapestry Collection by Hilton on Lakeshore Drive, the Fallbrook House at the Canandaigua Country Club, or Nolan's on South Main Street in Canandaigua. Nolan's is ready to curate a food and beverage package perfect for any occasion, from elegant weddings to corporate events and private parties. Enjoy the moment knowing Nolan's has it covered. Plan your perfect event. You can visit nolansonTheLake.com. We had them in studio actually today for weekly, and it was great to catch up with the folks from Nolan's and Hotel Canandaigua. So big Bills fans, by the way, over there. So they are really enjoying that, and also some Syracuse fans too. And we are not having a good time right now. So hey, that's
it was good for a little bit.
Part of it, yeah. So hey, Nick, do you like ties?
No, I like that more than the injury bug.
Okay. My main thing with the tie thing has nothing to do with the tie itself today, because not enough people are talking about it because they're obsessed with the tie in the NFL. Which, look, I agree. Ties are stupid. How is it that we don't have something figured out? But if you're the Packers and Jordan Love and you have a timeout left, what on earth were they doing that final play before they had to kick a field goal with probably less than 1 second technically on the clock? Like, I'm watching it, right? And I'm just like astonished that like I'm witnessing some pretty look, just call it a stupidity for a team and a quarterback that a lot of us think pretty highly of at the moment in the league. I'm going to call it like it is. They deserve to lose that game, and that pains me. I wanted Dallas to lose that game, obviously.
Yeah.
I know you wanted Dallas to lose that game, obviously. Yep. But, my God, Jordan Love and the Packers, the timeouts don't go home with you. Use it. Use it to your advantage. That's a catastrophic way to end a game in my mind. And, a tie is a tie. What an awful way to, as we begin the podcast with that, what an awful way to cap off a weekend of football, really, was that ending at 12:30 a.m. local time.
The injury bug was pretty big this week. But the tie, it still blows my mind that people don't know about the tie. George Pickens didn't know about the tie. Didn't know a tie existed.
Well,
why does that keep happening?
News.
How do you not know the rules? You tie. It's been going on my whole life since I've been a fan. The tie.
Well, let's be honest. George Pickens ain't the brightest, probably.
Great game, though. Helped my fantasy teams out.
Sure he did.
The tie is a tie. I mean, we see it in soccer, in this European football.
Yeah. They're called draws.
They're called draws, and shutouts are called clean sheets. And
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Clean sheets.
yeah, that's what they call them. Clean sheet. There's your soccer fun fact of the day.
I'd say good thing we have a different definition of clean sheets for America then.
But, it's a tie.
Yeah.
Yes, I think with the new rules put in place this year where both teams do get guaranteed a possession, it should go back to 15 minutes. Because back in my day, overtime should be 15 minutes.
So it's funny you bring that up because my dad, the esteemed John Russo, brought up a good point. What happens hypothetically if Dallas had the ball the whole time? And I literally had to go to him like, I don't know, and I still don't know.
10 minutes, it could happen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't.
They waste the clock out.
Yeah.
It's part of strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of, again, the coin flip. It's very uncommon to see you waste all 10 minutes, but
It's not it's not improbable.
no, it's not. That goes to where winning the coin flip is big. And now you're seeing teams when you get both possessions, people are deferring the ball.
Yeah.
But
The college way, sort of.
I would take it the college way. And I covered a high school football game the other day. Penn Yan Dundee at Penn Yan hosting Dansville and Wayland Clacton. Nothing like a high school game with 4 schools involved. But there was an overtime game. That was the point I'm making here. And they start from the 20-yard line. College is the 25-yard line, right? Mm-hmm. And I kind of like it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
Either way, 20 or 25, whatever you want to do in the NFL, I like that overtime better. I think it's a little gimmicky when we get to the third overtime. We're just doing 2-point conversions. We're calling it overtime.
Well, there was like 2 games in particular that,
I remember that one game. Was it a few years ago?
We were down at two goats,
and we were watching 9 overtimes.
That was one of the esteemed Illinois versus Penn State games.
I'm like, 9 overtimes, and then I realized that day.
One of the multitude of reasons, and we will be talking about certainly when we get to college football, Nick, that I never trust Penn State in big games. Specifically James Franklin, Penn State.
And, yeah, I like those overtimes so much better.
Yeah.
Whether you want to do it the high school way or the college way.
Yeah, I don't know if the college way is the perfect way for the NFL. I don't even know if the college way is really technically perfect for college. Like, let's not get it twisted. But it's better than the NFL's for the square purpose, and obviously high school as well, for the square purpose that there is a result, right, at the end of the day. And I know a tie is a result. Not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you go home with a win or a loss. You know what you are... You know what you're there to do and what you've accomplished, as I call it, right? If there's one thing I hate in sports, and it's great that obviously we're way past the line on it in this sense, right? Like, it's one of the good things about hockey where it's like, you technically don't win a shootout game, but like there's a finality to it, whether you win or lost, how many points you get off of it, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Any thoughts on the kicker shootout?
That's gimmicky. At the moment, that's gimmicky in the sense of like, I don't know. For being such a flexible position for half the teams in the league, I don't know if that's exactly fair. You know what I mean?
Try it out in the XFL?
The UFL. You mentioned the injury bug. Nipped again this week a little bit. Probably most notably, right, Malik Neighbors, which is interesting because it kind of opened up a can of worms, the NFL investigating the turf at MetLife, which to me is also interesting because like they're pinning it on the Giants. I'm sitting there going like, but the grounds crew at MetLife is a twofold thing, because the Jets play there as well. So I don't know how that's going to fully play out. I try to figure out how I want to properly phrase this, and maybe as a Giants fan, you can do the better job of this, Nick. I don't know if I necessarily feel bad for Malik Neighbors in the sense of, like, I do feel bad, like, done for the year. maybe not as career-altering an injury as it was, even a decade ago. But, like, it's very apparent that the Giants have something there. And I worry that this will go maybe stymie the growth of Jackson Dart a little bit already and just kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think as a Giants fan, you're probably going to be able to phrase it better than me. I just look at it from, like, that core element, though. I like, this probably happened at a obviously it wouldn't be good any time, but this happened at a really bad time.
Yeah. It just so happened to be the day Dart starts his career.
Right.
And we lose his number one weapon. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't blame the turf. I'm not on the side where the turf's the reason, MetLife's the reason, stuff like that. It's just a freak injury. It's a coincidence, as they call it. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. And we see it all the time now. These non-contact injuries happens in basketball, and I don't know, man. It's kind of weird how much it happens, especially with the Achilles and or any type of knee injury like Neighbors had. But just unfortunate because his whole season's gone. We won't see him for another 11 months if we're lucky. He's ready for the start next year. So that does suck that it's over, because Dart's going to have pretty much a whole year of experience without Neighbors. He's only got, would he have, 2 catches or something like that before he got hurt?
Yeah.
And you're not going to see a Neighbors or a Dart to Neighbors reception for a very long time. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, there's such a great front office. They'll do something to pick up another receiver. And they got such a great coaching staff. They'll figure out.
You don't sound very confident in
clearly I am
right now.
Clearly I am over the whole Dable Shane type duo, whatever you want to call it. But great win. Beat the Chargers, who are notoriously been pretty bad coming over on the East Coast and playing 1:00 games.
True.
And the Chargers are just overrated. And yeah, it was a good win still. Get the first dub. Wow, surprise. We're still better than the Jets. Still the best team in New York. New York, you heard me. We're still the best team in New York. I said that correctly. And
not quite, but yeah.
And it's a good win. I'm excited for Dart. I think he's talented enough. Scadaboo is a great weapon for him. It's a good two-headed punch, two-headed monster. Until Scadaboo gets a concussion, that's when you know that's probably going to be coming soon.
He gets to learn how to go down, man.
But until that happens, it's going to be a great duo, great combo, and I'm excited. And Wan'Dale Robinson, watch out for him. He's going to have a good little run here.
Yeah, he's one of the big pickups this week for fantasy. If you take a look at anyway. Speaking of fantasy purposes, if it was really for any other purpose, I'd probably skip over it. But Tyreek Hill's injury was beyond nasty. Wish I didn't see it type stuff.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not your wallpaper?
No. Thank goodness. Yeah, tough spot for the Dolphins too here, because they're very clearly at a crossroad, to put it mildly, too. And I think an injury like that probably might force a little bit of a hand here, depending upon how the next couple of weeks go, if we're catching my drift. Obviously, they pick up a win, but yeah, at least going into Sunday night, I thought, hey, every NFL team's going to win a game eventually if they lose, but maybe not. Anyway. Yeah, so tough spot there. Obviously, Waddle becomes the number one for sure down there. But, yeah, for that end of it, too, a lot of people draft and have Waddle already as is in fantasy. So maybe go get Darren Waller? I don't know.
Great game.
Yeah. He's back.
Yeah, the Dolphins, they beat a trash team.
Might put it nicely.
That was 2 ugly games Monday night. That's exactly what we want to see. But good, similar to the Giants, got their first win, lost their star receiver. Very questionable what the team's direction is for this, at least this year. Mm-hmm. it's just unfortunate after losing Burrow and McCarthy, and Lamb, and now these guys. But like Burrow's pretty much done for the year, and these guys are definitely done for the year.
Yeah.
We're used to it. Sometimes the team that wins the Super Bowl is just the team that stays healthy.
Yeah.
The most healthiest. Yeah. And it's just unfortunate, especially the Giants. They deal with injuries all the time. And here's another one of their star players going down.
Excuse me.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just tough for Dolphins and Giants fans because they're the two greatest fan bases in the world. Shout out your brother Pat, Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
And Mike Brunel, Dolphins fans, unite.
Yep.
But yeah, just disappointing.
Yeah.
Washington a setback.
Yeah, we'll see. Jaden's cleared to play this week, so
Need him back.
maybe a bounce back.
He's another one.
Yeah.
Went down, but he's back.
So yeah, we'll see. We will see. Arizona's down to their third string running back now. It's tough spot.
It's a tough sport.
Boy, speaking of whatever, before we get to the picks and stuff like that, I need to apologize because I came on here 2 weeks ago and I was like very adamant that the Bengals will be all right. Jake Browning 4-3 as a starter in substitution of Joe Burrow. Look, I don't know how much of it is really his fault, but he's looked bad. That team's looked bad. Ooh, the Bengals are back to being the Bungles, at least for now.
They need to go out and get a quarterback. And
I know of one available.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. Yeah, give us something. We'll take T. Higgins off. That would be a great trade.
The Giants.
We need a receiver.
The Giants, in an effort to get rid of Russell Wilson, would probably accept a cheeseburger from McDonald's and a box of Chips Ahoy.
Don't underestimate the cheeseburger at McDonald's.
I don't. It's one of my items I usually order there. I usually go double cheeseburger, but that's more for,
Can we switch that Chip Ahoy's for Oreos? Double stuff.
Nope.
Regular stuff.
Nope.
Minis.
You get chewy Chips Ahoy.
I do like chewy Chips Ahoy, but
I don't mind about it. Something about the original.
True.
Now, if you had the ones with the Reese's in them, though,
good.
we on to something. All right, let's do our picks right now.
Who gets hurt this week?
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, me and you, Nick, last week did not win the week. That went to guest host last week, Kyle Evans, who went, and because of the freaking tie for the first time in, I believe it's 2 years, Kyle went 10-5-1. Nick, you went 8-7-1, and I went 7-8-1. So you now have 2 games on me with a 38-25-1 overall record, and me a 36-27-1 overall record.
Well, tell Kyle. Well, Kyle, thanks for filling in.
Yeah.
Great record. He'll go down in the Hall of Fame for his Fresh Takes Hall of Fame for that record right there, 10-5-1.
Yeah. All right. We have 4 teams on the bye this week. Do that quickly here. First round of byes. We have Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh on the bye this week. So we have.
I drafted too many players from those teams.
14. Yeah, same. I didn't inadvertently mean to do that, but
I looked at my roster today. Is anybody playing this week?
We are at a bad spot because I have Jeremy Hill playing this week, and that was not a plan of mine at all to have to go and claim him, and here we are.
I got Ollie Gordon playing in one of my teams this week.
Respect that the Dolphins haven't been played. All right, Thursday night this week, San Francisco at the Rams. San Fran. Okay, the Rams are 6.5 point favorites. San Fran might be without Purdy again. It's a freaking mess over there.
So back-to-back Thursdays of the NFC West.
Yes.
Taking the Rams.
Yeah, likewise. San Fran is in a bad spot right now. Okay, we have Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time in London.
Vikings are still over there.
The Vikings at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are 4.5 point home underdogs.
Damn, man. I'm taking Gabriel and the Browns.
I'm going Minnesota. I think it helps that they've been over there a week already, and I get why the Browns did the quarterback change, but they didn't pick a good week to do it.
No.
Short week because of the travel.
They are home.
They are home. I get it, but I would have stuck with Flacco this week, I think, just based off the fact it's a short week and stuff like that. If it was Flacco under center for the Browns, it'd be a tougher pick for me to make. But Minnesota on a full week over there, right? Their bodies have fully adjusted. New quarterback. I'll go a safe route. I'm not thrilled about it by any means.
You don't say throw.
No.
Well, I'm taking Gabriel first game. The big news came out today, so why not?
Yeah. So, all right. Sunday, 1 p.m., the Raiders at the Colts. The Colts are a touchdown favorite at home.
Daniel Jones came down to earth last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think he bounces back. Gets a win.
Yeah, I'm with you. For as good as the Raiders looked through the first 2 weeks, they have not looked good the past two. So
They're like that.
probably, yeah.
They're a pretty sad franchise.
Indeed they are. The Giants make the trip down to New Orleans. The Saints, however, are 2.5-point favorites.
They never play well there. Played a lot of Monday night games there.
Mm-hmm.
Got blown out a bunch.
Sure.
I hate to say it, but I think the Saints get the dub.
This might be your Y pick. I can't tell. I'm going to go with the Giants.
I'll let it live.
Okay, it's fair.
I don't think I'll ever say why on the Giants.
I get Jackson Dart. Didn't play for LSU right there. That quasi-homecoming, though, for him. Played at Ole Miss. It's right down the road, a couple hours. And I like the mojo around this Giants team right now. I know Neighbors is hurt, but I kind of like what the edge that Jackson Dart plays with. And, man, the Saints again, poor Spencer Rattler.
They played well last week.
Will he move to 0-11 now as a starter in the NFL?
I don't think he does.
You don't think he does, but I think he do. So
They played well last week for the tough environment in Buffalo.
They did.
And those loyal fans.
Yeah. Denver at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 3.5-point home favorites.
Denver, I don't care.
Philly. But I bet you Denver covers.
What's wrong with you?
A lot. Where do you want me to begin? Should we swap seats so I get the therapy couch?
No, Philly. They don't even throw to receivers. No.
Philly is a that offense isn't good. I'll go ahead and say it. But I also said it last week, so who knows? Houston at Baltimore. Baltimore is an underdog at home by 1.5.
Well,
is this surrounding the alleged uncertainty around Lamar?
Yeah, I don't like that he might not play.
I have a hot take about that.
You think he will play?
I'm just saying it's convenient that there's a lot of talk about them being bad, and all of a sudden Lamar is hurt again.
I get you.
And all of a sudden he's hurt again.
The old reliever in baseball gives up a bunch of home runs. Oh, I'm hurt. Got me in the IL.
You're kind of on my path with me there.
The Ravens have had a tough schedule. I will defend them there.
I'm going to jump ahead and make my pick right here because you're kind of listing some reasons already. But Houston shuts out Tennessee, who appears to be really effing bad, obviously. That being said, I just don't trust Houston enough in this game. My point, though, in this Y last week is, remember, Baltimore, Kansas City was the Y. This isn't a big game anymore. I think Baltimore shows up and they get the win, so I'm going Baltimore.
Why,
I
Paul?
literally just said it.
Why? Explain more.
Do you feel confident? Let me put it to you this way. So you're going Houston the way it sounds.
I'm not taking Baltimore ever again in my life.
Okay, so you are taking Houston.
I'm taking Houston.
Okay. What makes you confident in that Texans team right now? Silence is very deafening right now, as they would say.
I'm trying to think. I think I think the city needs this after the disappointing Astros season.
And Baltimore doesn't after the disappointing Orioles season?
I think C.J. Stroud's going to figure it out. I think he's going to get on a little bit of a roll here.
But that's my issue with this, is even with him, okay, let's do it like this. Say Cooper Rush for sure has to start for the Ravens. Ravens still have Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And not a knock, because you know me, I love Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb ain't what he was. You got Woody out there now as RB1. Other than that, it's a pretty constipated offense for the Texans. They haven't been able to do pretty much anything. In fact, against the Titans last week, they struggled for most of that game on offense still. There's not enough there with Houston at this point for me to take them week in and week out like I thought we were going to even a calendar year ago at this point. I just can't do it.
Well, the city needs this after Fred VanVleet's injury.
I forgot about that.
The city needs this.
Okay.
I don't have a real reason.
This is an interesting game here for you to pick. Dallas at the Jets. Jets are 2.5. The Jets are 2.5 point underdogs at home.
Can we have the first ever pass?
No.
Oh,
Nick,
man.
I don't want to do it either. I'm taking Dallas. Just take Dallas here. Do it. Just accept the fact you're getting a win and move on.
You're right. That team is terrible. I'm taking Dallas.
Attaboy.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I feel sick.
I know it hurts. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Deep breath. The final of the early window. Miami at Carolina. Carolina are 1.5 underdogs.
I see this game being a good witching hour game.
Oh, God. Yeah, that could go a couple different ways, though.
I'm taking Miami.
I'm taking Miami, but man, the Carolina has been pretty disappointing for me personally. So
very disappointing.
I'm not. It's well.
Time to fire a coach again.
A lot that team fired the team into the sun. Sunday 4:05. We have 4 games in the late window. First 2 are in the 4:05. Tennessee at Arizona. The Cardinals are 7.5 point favorites.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Pretty simple there. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Seattle 3.5 point favorites.
Tampa Bay.
I'm picking them too. I think it's a bounce back spot for them. And
but Seattle's a tough place to play. I've been there.
You have. We'll get to that though here at the end of the podcast. So.
But I think Tampa Bay gets it done.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Detroit 4:25 p.m. Detroit at Cincinnati. This is our biggest line of the week. Cincinnati 10.5 point underdogs at home.
I like Detroit in the spread.
Yes. Yeah.
What's that game going on at 4 o'clock?
Well, the last of the 4 o'clock window games. Washington at the Chargers. The Chargers are 3 point. I miswrote that, I think.
Doesn't matter.
Either way, the line's 3.
Taking Washington.
Hey.
Jane Daniels is back. No problem.
Same. Sunday night football. New England at Buffalo. Buffalo 7.5 point home favorites.
Why is this game on Sunday night?
I don't know. Ask NBC.
Why is there no doubleheaders on Sunday night?
Because they're smart.
Buffalo. Get them off of the TV. New England.
We'll go Buffalo here, but don't be surprised if the Patriots cover.
Yeah, they scored 40 points. Who was it? Who they scored 40 on?
Carolina.
Good for them.
I'm just saying. You know Josh Allen's record against the Patriots? 7-6.
Really?
Yep. All I'm saying is Patriots, I bet you they keep it close.
Yeah, but those Bills, they're so loyal, those fans.
Speaking of loyalty, Monday night, Kansas City at Jacksonville. Jacksonville 3.5 point home underdogs. This is the question of how is this a Monday night game?
Tennessee at Jacksonville. This is just the only one.
Kansas City.
Oh. Kansas City at Jacksonville.
Tennessee's at Arizona, Nick. Come on.
Yes, I thought we said them already. Kansas City, this is the only game.
Yep.
Jacksonville.
Wow.
Yeah, sure, they play half their home games in London, but when they do play in the swamp, you don't come to Jacksonville. Jacksonville will beat Kansas
Comes
City.
to you. Yeah, I'm going to go Kansas City. So.
Figures.
All right.
You look like a Kansas City guy.
It's because I'm fat and like barbecue.
I mean, who doesn't love barbecue?
Oh, there it is. Now Nick backpedals once I bring up that.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
College football really quick. The weekend lived up to the hype. Start obviously with that Oregon-Penn State game in my mind. We have overtimes. Oregon had that game in hand. Penn State we thought was being Penn State, right? They come thundering back. Drew Aller put the team on his back, only to shove the team off his back in double overtime. It's funny because James Franklin at least recognizes the room and is just like, I get it's not a narrative when it's fact that they have not performed against top 10 teams.
But they do play them tough.
They can't get across the finish line though. I get that, but I'd care more about the playing tough thing if, say, they were going into that game, they were, say, 4-1 or 3-1 and like 20th ranked in the nation. Like, that's playing tough at that point. Mm-hmm. You were number 3 hosting number 6.
Yep. Anybody can be in the rear and throw a blue shell, but you got to cross the finish line first.
You're starting to get the hang of it. So, Kirby Smart, outsmarted again by Alabama. I fell, and we'll see when the picks come up here in a minute or so. I fell for the old trick that I thought maybe, just maybe, Kirby was going to learn from his mistakes. But no, now moves to 1-7 all-time against Alabama as the Georgia head coach. Although, Nick, fun fact, trivia time, that one win against Alabama, when did it come?
2022.
The national championship game.
In when?
19, right? 19 or 20?
19. Yeah, it was a while.
So,
decent amount ago.
So, hey, at least he has that over his...
I thought he beat him in a national championship.
At least he has that over his head, and maybe we wrote off Alabama a hair too soon? Probably to a degree. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see on that front. Syracuse looked miserable. Congratulations to Notre Dame. You have Sam Pittman fired because of your actions. But, man, Jeremiah Love, of course, it's interesting because the way the Heisman odds betting-wise, it's always funny to me looking at him after somebody has a big game. All of a sudden now Jeremiah Love is climbing up the Heisman odds again, which get on while you can, I think, to a degree. It's a bit of a wide-open race right now.
This week's that tough Boise State game, you said.
Yeah, so much so that it went from probably being a lock pick earlier this year to it's not even on my 5-game slate to choose from. But, Notre Dame just continues to roll on here, and it's been a good rebound off of those 2 losses to start the year.
Yeah, Duke sucks, dude. I understand.
They do not suck.
I'm a big Duke fan. I'm season ticket holder.
Huh?
Went to one game.
Oh.
Last year. And
forgot about that.
And
we didn't make the whole game, but yeah.
Yeah, I was there for the first half. Become a big Duke fan.
How are the hot dogs?
I don't think I had one. Did I have one?
Wow. How can you go to a football game and not have a hot dog?
A Duke dog.
Duke dog. Bark, bark.
That's got to be what they call them, right?
Anyway. Yeah,
But yeah, big Duke fan. Was pulling for Syracuse.
My main thing with the Syracuse thing, right? And it's something that we even talked about here during the season preview. How close was this quarterback competition
That's
actually?
What I was going to say. They were saying how close it was, but clearly Angeli is the better quarterback.
Yeah. And look, it's not like I don't think Ricky Collins is bad in the sense of he should be a third stringer. No, I do think he's probably a good quarterback. But the small sample size we have so far, it's not even a debate. I don't know what we got going on here.
Either that or Clemson is that bad
also up for well, we'll find out really this week.
Or Duke is actually that good.
Clemson was off this week. It'll be interesting. I will still be seeing Duke at Clemson coming up here in a few weeks.
He's getting another start this week, right?
Yeah.
So
at SMU, so it'll be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. Yeah, let's show our picks. Kyle didn't pick last week, Nick. He doesn't know the college game as much.
he did not.
So,
he did not pick.
He did not pick. But Nick, for me and you, we tied the week in the overall. The maintained 2 games that I have remained. Illinois USC was such a great game. Came down obviously to that last second field goal. Illinois had that in hand, and then USC had a really good fourth quarter, and we almost had the comeback there.
I must have been jet lag still. Why did I pick Brian Kelly?
You were still in Seattle when you sent me those picks, so
I had him in jet lag still.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, buddy. Especially after what we learned about Lane Kiffin and Whit Weeks, the linebacker for LSU. Do you know about that by chance? How Lane Kiffin's daughter dates Whit Weeks, and they went official a few days before the game last week.
And he's on LSU?
Yeah. He threw up on the field and got boat raced by the Ole Miss offense.
Jeez. But yeah.
Indiana, never a doubt against Iowa, and by never a doubt, I mean if you bet that game, that's an all-time bad beat. We both had Oregon, great stuff, and we both had Georgia. So we already talked about those 2 games, so not much to really discuss there. So
3-2.
Yeah, not bad, Nick. Above 500 for the first time in a couple weeks for you. So that's a good. That's one of those like in basketball where you just need to see a shot go in. That's what you had there. You know what I mean?
This reminds me of my ping pong days.
Oh.
You get 5 serves, and if you go 3-2 on your serve, it's a good round until you get it back.
How about it?
You never want to go 5 or 1-4 on your serve. The old ping pong game.
Yeah. All right, 5 college games this week, Nick. We have our first true G5 game of the year to pick from this week.
When's the Tuesday games?
I think technically they start either next week or the week after because we're in October.
Tuesday.
October is Sunbelt and CUSA.
Oh, sorry.
Get it right. CUSA does get us started the Wander picks. Friday night, 7 p.m., a battle of undefeateds already in CUSA play, so this is pretty big for the top of the CUSA standings. Western Kentucky at Delaware. Delaware is a 3-point favorite at home. Delaware, Nick, first year at the FBS level for them. They're 3-1 overall. It's been a great start of the year for the Blue Hens.
Oh, you've given me Western Kentucky before, and I tell you how I'm a Ty Rogers fan. Mm-hmm. But then you say there's this football player that played at Western Kentucky too, and I forget all. No, is it a basketball player?
Basketball player.
It's a basketball player. Somebody I should know.
Part of your favorite team.
Mitchell Robinson. Yes. There we go.
Yes.
Gotta go Western Kentucky.
I'm going WKU as well. I'm going the Toppers. Saturday at 3:30 p.m., number 16 Vanderbilt goes to number 10 Alabama. 10.5-point favorites, the Tide.
They beat them last year. I don't think they're going to beat them again this year. They beat them last year? Was that the big upset?
Vanderbilt did beat Alabama last year.
Yeah. So I'm taking Alabama.
Vanderbilt did it on their home turf last year.
Yeah.
And I don't think Alabama defends their home turf this year. I'm taking the Commodores.
Wow. Yep. You and your
Diego Pavia.
Weird.
Diego Pavia and them boys.
You and your basketball courts at the end of the courts.
What's that supposed to mean?
The basketball benches at the end of the court is what I'm trying to say.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, weird.
You're weird.
Nashville.
Eh.
Roll Tide.
Go Doors. Number 24 Virginia is at Louisville. Now, Louisville's unranked. They have a case that they probably should be ranked, even above Virginia. But Louisville, -7. They're a 7-point home favorite against UVA this week.
Well, Virginia doesn't know how to score the basketball. Still don't. Louisville used to be press all day when they had Rick Pitino as the head coach. Not a basketball game here, though.
Very true.
Go with Louisville. Go Cards.
I'm going Louisville as well. I think the Cavaliers, the Who's, come down to earth this week a little bit.
Can't beat the KFC Yum Center.
You're right, because this is a football game. Saturday at 7, number 11 Texas Tech on the road at Houston. Houston is getting 10.5 at home, but they are undefeated in Big 12 play as well.
Houston.
I'm going Texas Tech here. Houston had a lot of trouble with Oregon State this past week.
The city needs this.
I forgot about that. Just realized what was coming.
The city needs this, Paul.
Would you like to edit your Houston pick for the NFL?
I picked the Texans.
Right, that's what I'm getting at, because the Cougars are here to fix the Astros' problems.
Oh, yeah. No.
All right. And then our last game, Saturday, 7:30 p.m., number 3 Miami at number 18 Florida State. Florida State 4.5-point underdogs at home.
No picks for my beloved Washington Huskies. I'm a big Huskies guy now.
That's true.
Did not see any Mike Hopkins statues outside that basketball right now.
You did see some dog statues though.
Yes.
Park.
I don't like Florida State, so Miami.
I'm taking Miami as well.
The U.
Is the U back? We'll find out. Okay. Nick. MLB playoffs quickly. We're in the wild card round here. Any surprises at the moment?
So Scoople's good.
Yeah.
Yankees are playing a non-AL Central team.
Mm-hmm.
The Padres are choking.
Mm-hmm.
And the Reds, what are they doing here?
Those poor kids.
No.
Right, fair enough. It will be interesting. This kind of leads nicely into our segment before we got here of reviews and travel. We're going to kind of call it for the moment.
Okay.
This podcast comes sandwiched in between you coming back from a trip, me going on a trip. We'll start, though, out in Seattle. You and Matt went out to Seattle, saw a Seahawk game, I guess technically 2 Sundays ago now, and then a couple of Mariners games. You guys were at the Cal Raleigh 2-home run to get the 60 game. Saw the Mariners clinch the AL West as well. Also ate crickets.
Yes.
Grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers.
My bad.
I always had crickets in my head.
Because they were initially crickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I always thought it was crickets.
Yeah, either way. But,
yeah, grasshopper.
And you kind of teased it too anyway. You kind of explored, obviously, the greater Seattle area a little bit. You went up to UW's campus.
Yep.
What was the experience like up in the Pacific Northwest?
Very Northwest, I will say. It's weird to see like these forest trees in the middle of the city. Very different world up there. But I enjoyed it a lot. First time, even though it wasn't technically the Pacific Ocean, but it was Pacific Ocean water, so it was cool to see.
You saw Puget Sound.
Yes, that was pretty cool. Walked the pier, went up on the Space Needle, which is 600 feet in the air. So that was pretty cool. At a bar up there. Got to go over to Washington campus. Went to the Pike Market, the famous Pike Market. And then obviously went to the Seahawks game like you mentioned. They destroyed the Saints. And then the Mariner games. You couldn't write that up. First night they clinched the playoff spot. And then the next night they clinched the division for the first time in 24 years. And we see Raleigh hit 2 home runs to get the 60th. Couldn't beat those games. Overall, great experience. Really pricey, though. Very expensive. And very hilly.
Yeah.
Seattle is hilly, man. Our hotel was on 6th Ave, and the stadiums you have to walk down like 1st, 2nd Ave. Oh, those hills are terrible. But, yeah, overall, very cool. I recommend it. I had only been on the West Coast time zone once in my life, and that was Vegas in 2019. I enjoy the sports being early. The normal shows, like the sports shows, a little weird. A little weird watching PTI at 2:30 in the afternoon. That is my dinner time show. And
You had a mid-afternoon snack
yeah,
show.
yeah. But, you probably get you get used to it. But overall, cool. Very cool. Washington campus was cool. Saw all the athletic fields.
Did you see Dubs, the live Husky mascot?
No. Saw the Mariner Moose, though.
Hey.
And Blitz.
Who's Blitz?
He's a Seahawk.
I thought he was just like the 12th man or something.
No. It's not the actual bird.
I thought the mascot bird didn't know he actually had a name.
Yeah, I actually saw this actual Seahawk, but the mascot himself is called Blitz.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever actually knew that.
NFL mascot's not that popular.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Whoa.
I don't really, other than the Colts guy, who really stands out? The Dolphin.
I mean, the Buffalo's got some traction right now.
Who is he? No one even knows his name.
Billy the Buffalo.
Billy the Buffalo. Baseball has always been a mascot sport.
Sir Purr's big in the NFL, but it's for a different reason altogether.
Who?
Sir Purr, the Carolina mascot. See, here's something. Do you not remember? We're going off topic to a degree, but whatever. Remember Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen? When he was in Carolina, by the way, he's now in Washington's practice squad. But
Really?
he thought Sir Purr. Now remember, he played for the Carolina Panthers. Sir Purr is a Panther. He thought Sir Purr was a bear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing, and now Sir Purr is like known for that. So,
damn. That's cool, but yeah, baseball is more of a mascot sport.
I'm trying to think of like the other mascots in the league, and I guess I don't know. Maybe you're right. I guess I don't know.
Like baseball, I can maybe just because I'm a bigger baseball fan, I can run through the mascot name.
Well, I don't even know if it's so much that, but even like NBA, like there's like
Billy the Bull.
Well, you have Billy the Bull, right? You have Rocky, the Nuggets mascot, the highest paid in sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have the gorilla who is retired but not retired but is retired. You have the weird bird, the gulls and whatever out in New Orleans and in LA with the Clippers.
And then that weird thing in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. The bison. Blue,
But anyway, that's
Blue,
our.
I think the name is.
That's enough mascot for one talk.
Speaking of mascots, I'll be in Philly this weekend.
Yes.
First time ever going to Philly. Been through Philly about a handful of times, but
So what's the deal? You guys just gonna get the playoff tickets?
that's the way it's looking right now because the game's going to be at essentially 6:30. It could be at 6:30 or 6:40. It depends how stuff plays out. But either way, but yeah, looking forward to that. Never been to Citizens Bank. Looking forward to that. Never, like I said, never been to Philly. There's a lot of stuff in Philly I want to do. You know this. Probably a lot of the people listening and viewing don't really know this. I'm a big history guy. Love U.S. history. So I'm looking forward to kind of exploring Philadelphia, right? I mean, it's one of the original capitals. I call it that way because of, you know. One of the original capitals of the U.S. Obviously, the Liberty Bell, Ben Franklin, stuff like that. But there's also a couple different stuff, right? Like Reading Terminal Market I want to check out. And just really excited to go and explore and guess check another city or stadium off the list.
Yeah.
So.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and I've never been. We talked about it, not on here, but like I've never been to a playoff game for the MLB before, so I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, we were talking about this off air last couple of days ago. The only playoff game you even been to was like the NCAA tournament.
Well, I've been March
Or
Madness
minor
stuff.
league baseball.
I've been to some minor league baseball playoff games. I'm trying to remember if one of the NBA games I went to in Cleveland was a playoff game. I don't think it was. I think it was like right at the end of the year, if I'm remembering right. You think it's all those things like you would think you would know, but I like don't. My capacity is just like not there.
And this will be your 10th MLB stadium, I think. I think you were counting.
Well, it depends how you view it, right? Because I've been to Old Yankee Stadium, but yeah, Fenway, Yankee Stadium, PNC. Progressive, Wrigley, Miller. Again, depends how you view it, but Steinbrenner Field. So depending upon the angle you view it, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 9 technically because of Old Yankee Stadium, but whatever. So.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, your dad, Reds fan.
Outside chance we see them.
But either way, Dodgers, Phillies.
Oh, I mean, if the Dodgers are there, you're gonna see me bleed maroon for like Philly maroon. Believe me, I will be happy to boo the ever living crap out of the.
Stop
Dodgers.
it, Sonny. Patty's Pub. Stop at Patty's Pub real quick.
Maybe. Heard that part of town, but
It
actually
is a
not.
sketchy part of town.
Yeah, I've heard that part. Maybe not actually is like a real great part of Philly, but. Well, the alleged location of Patty's Pub. I'll put it to you that.
Yeah, obviously. You're scaring me there. You actually think it's a real place.
Yeah. I heard there was beer here. Where could I get some paint? If you know, you know, for Always Sunny. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. And then, Yeah, like I said, we're entering an interesting month here. I know at the end of the month I'm going on vacation. Not sure. Honestly, Nick, I haven't told you yet. We'll do it live on TV. Might just take that week off, honestly, because it's just gonna be tough with me traveling and stuff like that to really actually sit down. North Carolina with a pit stop in Virginia.
Nice.
So, yeah. Well, I guess technically to South Carolina because of the Clemson game, but that's here nor there. So.
I will be going to Houston because the city needs me.
The city needs Nick. Speaking of you, Nick, who are you shouting out this week?
No birthdays right now, so I'm going to shout out Kyle. Thanks for filling in last week. Yeah, that was a nice fill-in and great picks, 10, 5, and 1. So,
yeah, he killed it. Kyle, yeah, we need to get Kyle on. He'd be a great kind of third person to have.
If he wants to ever come on, there's another spot. He knows the place.
He'd probably be the chair, and I'd go up at the desk maybe or something like that. So
yes,
we'll figure it out.
Shout out Kyle for filling in last week. Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll be back at it again next Wednesday. Like I said, it's not till the end of the month I go out of town where we'll have to adjust, but. Back at it again next Wednesday afternoon. Appreciate everybody for listening in and tuning in. We'll talk again next week, everybody.